Alright, today we're going to look at this random pack game. Now, I originally did have a different idea for today's upload, but unfortunately I didn't have time to record it. So instead we're going to look at this one. The random pack games do tend to be much shorter, so they're good for fill-in days when I'm not able to record something a bit longer. So in this one we get the Pygmy Seahorse start with Cockroach and Ant. So that's not going to get the job done on turn 1. Doesn't really matter too much though. I guess we don't really care if we lose the early turns. Now, because it's a random pack and it's been a while since I've played this, I don't actually remember exactly what happens. To be honest, I don't really remember a lot of the runs that I've been uploading recently, but I know that this one does have a fun final team. And often that is something that I think is a bit lacking in random packs. Like, it's much harder to put together a team that is, more like a team that I would traditionally upload rather than just a winning team. And so I think here I take the Koala. Koala makes it into virtually 0 custom packs when I'm specifically building them. So it is one of those ones that I do like to take in randoms when it's possible. I think since Koala was changed to actually give a perk instead of just stats, it's much more versatile. There are a lot more pets that it interacts with. Although I don't think we're necessarily going to get any in this run, but I'm sure I'm going to stick with the Koala no matter what. And then here I don't buy the Hoopoe bird because I want the Koala to get the buff from the Baboon. Even though, like I said, I don't think the Koala is going to be like a starring role in this particular game. So this time we do win, even though we played the 4 squad. And then now I can bring in the Hoopoe bird. I'm sure I've mentioned recently that Hoopoe is one of those pets that I find it very difficult not to take it. Dugong there, not great in a random pack, because oftentimes you're not able to guarantee that there's going to be any units for the Dugong to buff. I actually don't know if the randomizer takes account of pets like Dugong. I would assume it doesn't, but I've never actually spent any time investigating it. Now here we get a lucky 1 HP win. And then, will we go for the level up now? Looks like it. Okay, I don't think I want either of these guys. Even though I do like Cyclops a lot, I think we're just going to ignore it for now. Maybe take double Baboon and hope that they both hit the Hoopoe. And then here you can see it's so useful being able to reapply the same perk. I mean, ultimately the Eucalyptus is not going to be particularly strong in the later game, but in the mid game, blocking 4 damage multiple times, it can make a huge difference. So here we get a second Cyclops. Looks like I was thinking about it, but we're just going to stack the buffs from the Baboon instead. And here the Koala keeps the Hoopoe bird alive. Makes it a pretty easy win in the end, even though there were a lot of snipes from the Tamarins there. So we're still kind of missing a bunch of stuff that we actually need for this team. But look at this, triple Cyclops. So we're going to get instant level 3 Hoopoe. We'll just take the level up right now, we don't really care. And then we get 2 level ups, and we get double Jackal. Now so far we don't have any summon units, but I mean, if we get Jackal, I'm going to take it. And I think I'll just freeze them for now. And then we'll take the Cyclops level up next turn. Actually going for something similar on the other side of the board here, because they've got the double Betta Fish, so they could potentially regenerate the Guavas there, although it didn't pan out. Yeah, I think here what's going to happen is I'm going to go for the level up. Yeah, we don't get it. It would have been nice to get the instant level, 2.33 Jackal, and then level up the Cyclops, but not going to happen. And then I'll definitely keep the Chickpea frozen because we can just turn the Cyclops into something else. And it looks like we're going to win again here. The instant level 3 Hoopoe is actually pretty strong tempo, and then look at this. We get the level up on the Jackal, we can combine again, and we could actually take Elephant Seal here, yeah. And then, okay, there's no perk. and we actually get Seagull. So Seagull with Cocoa Bean, that's quite an interesting proposition, especially since we know that Elephant Seal is in the pack. So we could actually start buy-selling Elephant Seals here, although I don't think that's what's going to happen, because I really want to keep the Jackal and the Koala, even though the Koala's not doing a whole lot at the moment. So here's the level 3 Jackal, and what can we find to put up the front and have the Seagull give it Cocoa Bean? So here we go, we get the Cerberus. Now, as it stands, we don't have any way to fling anything on our team. Surely I'm going to take the Cerberus here, yeah. So get rid of Elephant Seal, bring in the Cerberus, and now I think I'm going to protect the Jackal with the melon, probably. That would be the sensible thing to do. So now what will happen is we can move the Seagull back. Okay, I actually forgot to move the Seagull back, that's kind of embarrassing. Although the interaction could still work here. No, we don't get it. It just depends what the Seagull transforms into. Like if it had turned into Anteater, for instance, the combo would still work and you would get the Jackal summon, but it doesn't work that way. And then here you kind of expect the Cocoa Bean to copy an opponent, but no, it's been changed for quite a while. Okay, level 3 Seagull. Although it seems like it would make sense because we don't have enough summons, you can actually just get a summon chain. So, the Fire Pup will get turned into something else. So here we go, we get the loop, the Jackal gets activated. We actually get an incredible sequence here where we get Nessie, and then it turns back into another Anteater. So I think the Jackal was triggered at least 3 or 4 times there. And wow, the game's over already. So apologies, this one was a bit shorter, but the much longer video for 6k subs will be coming soon as well. I don't know when that will be, but I promise it is on the way.